Well, that's pretty easy, I think. I mean, it's you don't have to run away, but you don't have the right to incite something either. It also raises something else important, I think, that I would be remiss if I didn't say. I mean, there's what you can do and what you should do. You know, if that guy in the truck had said, you know, I'm not scared of you, I got a gun too, and you know, the guy that got out of his truck lifted the gun to point it at him and he shot the guy, I mean, in self-defense, that would technically be self-defense. But at the same time, should you do that? Probably in most situations not. You know, driving away probably was the smarter thing to do, you know, in that situation. I don't know what they were arguing about on the highway, but surely it wasn't worth risking your life. Yeah, I would say probably he did the correct thing there, leaving. I mean, somebody who's unstable enough to get out of their car with a gun is dangerous. And you know, it's not just, well, okay, legally you could win the case if you shot him, you know, well, what if you don't? What if he's faster than you? You know, he's already got his gun out, he's already showed it to you. You know, you could lose your life over that. And even, let's say, you know, you are faster than him. Now you've, you know, if the state decides that they want to prosecute you, now you've got to, you know, get booked, you know, potentially sit in jail for a while until you can get bond. You get to pay for a bond. You get to pay for an attorney. You have the right to stand your ground, and in some circumstances it's entirely appropriate. But I would certainly advise caution in exercising that. You know, just from a practical standpoint of it can cost you, you know, depending on the circumstances, tens if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend a murder case, for example. You know, much less an aggravated assault or something like that. But yeah, taking that example, you know, the person, so the person who did not get out of his vehicle does not have an obligation to run away, but the person is also not authorized to, you know, get out and say assault the person, or, you know, instigate something. Stand your ground just means exactly what it says. You get to stand your ground. You don't get to, you know, create a problem, so to speak. Anywhere you're legally authorized to be. So you can't be trespassing on another person's property and then say, well, you need to have the legal right to be there. But yeah, anywhere you're legally entitled to be, yeah, you don't have to flee when someone threatens you. And it's kind of hard to imagine, but that there are places where if someone threatens you, you're under a legal obligation to run away. That's very odd to me as an American.